Alright, now we're going to set the triggers here on the charts this evening. It's coming up to almost 6:45 Calgary time, so we've got our 9 charts here. And let's just go through them real quick. So British pound, let's start with this chart right here. So we're going to zoom in. So we had an economic announcement today, and we see we've got the bounce. So this one here, although the blue didn't cross the white, it's acceptable. That's a good drop. So we're going to set the yellow trigger. Before we do that, real quick, we're going to come up to template and take a look at the calculator. And there you go. So if we are going to use a 500 point stop loss and it moves, 500 points the wrong way, with a 2-lot trade, we're going to lose 1% or $1,000 of the account. Once you've decided that and how much you're willing to lose, then we know what size of a trade we can put in. So I think we'll go with 1.5 lot trades on these ones. So right click, template, 0 on sat, and that puts our template back on again. So we're going to bring up the navigator tab. Here's our templates right here for our code. So we want the yellow trigger. We just simply drag it onto the chart here. We're going to put 1.5 as the number here, 1.5. There we go. 500 point stop loss and take profit at 225. Let's just set that real quick. Done. Now before we move on, we want to get the crosshairs tool here and just see, for argument's sake, let's say it hits yellow round about here. What would 225 do? And that's going to be all the way down here, and I'd rather have it close this out. So 145, we're going to put little smaller trades in. Let's right click on the face and we're going to put 125 in. Smaller take profit, and I'm going to put these down a little bit smaller then. It's not, we need a good retracement back up to the yellow line on these ones. And again, so let's say that for argument's sake it hits yellow around about here. 125, yeah, that's acceptable. Done. Okay, so we've done the British pound. So now we can zoom through the other ones. Euro, what's happened here? Again, the economic announcement. Blue actually did cross white, so we got a good bounce to yellow. We're going to put a 1-lot trade in, and we're going to put 125 as the potential profit. Done. We're going to restore that chart there. Let's get onto the Swiss. Blue crossed white. It's actually hit yellow and up nicely. So really the next target on this one is going to be a white trigger. So we're going to drag white over. Now, because this is more of a better trade, we're going to put a 2-lot trade on here, and we can quite happily take 250, I think, out of this one. Let's put OK, and again, just really quickly, we're going to see what would happen. Let's say it hits white round about here. 200, yeah, tons of room. Excellent. That is a good trade. Done. All right, US Canadian, what's happening here? Well, blue crossed, well, it didn't cross, but it's a good move. I think we can quite happily look for a yellow trigger on this one. Well, let's have a quick look at 1 day. Let's not be too hasty. So 1 day. So blue, yeah, it's going to come back to at least the green line. Here's a little tip for you. Take the horizontal line here, you plot it in, so by the time it comes back to green, let's say it's around here, what's that going to look like on the 1 hour chart? Yeah, we should really put a white trigger in. So we're going to put white trigger, and we're going to put 2 lots and take profit at 250. Well, 225, what the heck. Done. Alrighty, we can minimize that chart right there. Australian, what's happening with the Australian here? Let's zoom out a bit. Wow. Well, again, the economic announcement this morning has been a massive drop here, so I think we can quite happily put a yellow trigger in. Let's just check with 1 day. Yeah, that is a downward trend, I would have to say. We can put a yellow trigger in here. We're going to put a 1-lot trade in this one. And 225 for the take profit on that side. Whoops. Not 500,000, 225, but 225. Done. Okay, we're going to go OK. Alrighty, we'll restore that chart. What is the New Zealand looking like? Wow. In fact, if we zoom right out here, we can see that the last major trend was up here. So it's dropped, it's done yellow right there, and it's done white, and the third target is red. And again, it's just skirted along red all the way along here. So let's zoom in and see what it's up to right now. We need a good separation between green, yellow, and blue. We've got the beginning of a new trend, as a matter of fact. What's 1 day doing? 1 day is definitely below the white line. It is a downward trend, there's no question, so we're going to put a yellow trigger in on that one. And it's going to be a 1 lot trade, and I think we can quite happily take 250 out of that one there. Okay, done. Alright, now the yen. Okay, let's have a look at the yen trades. A bit of a fickle currency, the yen. Let's zoom out on the yen here and see what's going on. Blue cross wide, it hit yellow, it's hit wide, it's hit wide, it's hit red. Everything is all bunched up and close to the white line right now. It's got to be perfect. This is no good. Anything close to the white line. And quite typically when it comes up to red at the end of the trend, it bounces up and down between red and white. So I don't like it. We're going to minimize that altogether. Euro, same thing, not looking good. Minimize that one. And US yen, blues crossed white. We got zoom out and see what the long-term trend on this is. It's really doing a number, isn't it? We'll have to go to 1 day on this one. Yeah, it's peaking out. It's got to come back to at least white on the 1 day, and it's not looking good on 1 hour, so let's not do that. The yen is going to be a perfect setup to do that. So we've got 6 charts set. Let's minimize this. Let's go to window. Let's go to tile vertically. Spend a couple of seconds and just get these as big as we possibly can. And you just drag these over here very carefully. Grab the corner of that one. So we got the maximum number of charts that we can see, or the maximum chart that we can see. We don't need the numbers on the right hand side of the charts. All we want to see is from the other side of the room is how our trade's getting on here. Spend a couple more seconds and get things zoomed in a little bit maybe. And you want to make sure that charts are shifted left always. There's always going to be a space between here and here, and the chart shift left button or auto scroll is turned on. Okay, so you can zoom in on this perhaps a bit more too. There you go, that's a nice little set. Done. What's this one doing here? We've got a white trigger on that one. Done. Zoom in on this a bit. Done. And we'll zoom in on this a bit. Done. And let's zoom in on this a bit. Done. There we go. 6 triggers set. Took all of, what, 5, 6, 7 minutes. Quick look at our history here. We've got 1 trade that's still open on the euro, and we're looking forward to the euro hopefully dropping tonight. Let's go to account history, and this is the 27th. 28th is today, so today we took out, well actually it was $970 today. Positive. So these were some nice trigger trades we got in here. That was the 28th. The 27th we got $414. The 24th we got another $400, $500, $600, $700. The 23rd we got $700, $1,400, $1,500, $1,600. You know, boom, boom. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. It's quite incredible, really. And with only 1 open trade on the euro. So we're getting some very, very good results recently. Setting the triggers, walking away, and waiting for these things to activate. So that's the triggers set for tonight, and we'll see what happens in the morning.